Hi everyone, my name is Valentina. I'm going to talk about the Huckelberry Finn's book. Well, first of all, I would like to tell you that this book is focusing on 7 themes, but in this video I'm going to talk about 3 themes specifically, which are hypocrisy of civilized society, slavery, and adventure. Okay, so let's begin for the first theme, which is hypocrisy of civilized society. Well, beginning for the chapter 1, page 1, said specifically, I want to smoke. Huckleberry Finn wants to smoke, and he is with the widow. So, he said specifically, I'm going to tell you specifically what the book says. I wanted a smoke, and I asked the widow if that would be okay, but she said no. She said that smoking was filthy and disgusting and that it had to stop. That's just the way it is with some people. They badmouth things they don't know anything about. I think that this quote is important to see because let us see the hypocrisy of the civilized society. Because many times they teach us that we must apply what we say. Yeah? And in this case, the widow is basically in the same moment that she said that, and the widow said that smoking is bad, but only for others because she's doing something bad too. But as she likes to do that thing bad, stop being bad because it's only because she likes to do that. That is kind of hypocrisy of civilized society. And that quote takes us to the second quote, which is, she thought that was okay because it was something she likes to do. And the second theme, which is slavery, in the chapter 5, in the page 1, Huckleberry sees his father for the first time. Well, it's the first time that the book mentioned him. Well, in this time, in this section, basically I would like to mention a paragraph or a part of the text that it seems like a kind of slavery with his father. It's complicated. Let's begin. The quote says, "You've been putting on airs since I've been away. I'll bring you down a notch before I get done with you. They say you are educated now, and you can read and write. You think you are better than your father now." That's what the Huckleberry father said. And many times the word slavery or slave doesn't have to be the literal meaning, which is noun, which is the master and the slave. In this case, I would like to take this word for the less literal meaning and more for the mental meaning, for the moral meaning, because Huckleberry's father likes to be attached with the alcohol or had a kind of a slavery with the alcohol and his bad thoughts. It seems that his soul was compounded by envy, jealousy, and hatred. He was in a kind of slavery to his thoughts and his rotten soul. And the third and last theme is adventure. Well, talking about adventure, in the chapter 3, page 1, the first adventure that the Huckleberries, or one of the first adventures that Huckleberries was involved in, happened when his friend Tom Sawyer tell him about this whole adventure, a whole this story about the whole band of Spanish merchants and wealthy Arabs were coming to town, and the next day. And the book says, we had prepared by sharpening our swords and loading our guns, even though our swords and guns were only wooden laths and broomsticks. Well, in this first class, it let us see how society often does not allow us to see beyond things, the society often limit us to see more than a thing. For example, in this case, Tom Sawyer was allowed to see that wooden, that lath and broomsticks were more than that, were guns and swords. And in this case, Huckleberry's Finn wasn't allowed to see that. Because I want to see that kind of an analogy about that kind of limitations that Finn has with the society, that because the society many times only let us see what the society wants that we see, for example. And that, what I had said before, take us to the second quote that I want to share. You could stare at them all you want, but in the end, that's all they'd be. That means that guns and that swords that Tom Sawyer could see, Finn couldn't see it, because it's like he has an imaginations kind of that could be. But that's the part of adventure I want to share. That part of the theme of adventure that I want to share. That first experience, that first adventure that Finn was involved in. And that's gonna be all for this video. I hope that you like it and you will learn a little bit about this book. Bye.